the old world near. Hear the Agar in the turning tree, Odin whispering, let creation be. From the north, let the shavings fly, under watchful gods in the winter sky. Thor's hammer roars with the spinning ring, Freya's grace in every curve you bring. By fire and frost, let the wood come alive. Benjamin turns the tales of the Viking tribes. Of the Viking tribes. Ash and oak hold the songs of the bold, echoes of the battles that the skalds once told. Tools sing soft in a rhythmic glide, as the grain shows the secrets it tries to hide. Loki's laughter in the chips that fall, but your craft stays true through it all. From the north, let the shavings fly, under watchful gods in the winter sky. Thor's hammer roars with the spinning ring, Freya's grace in every curve you bring. By fire and frost, let the wood come alive. Benjamin turns the tales of the Viking tribes. Raise your meat to the maker's hand, to the craft and the clan of the northern land. Every bowl is a saga born, carved from dusk and shape till morn. Let the echoes ring of the wood-turning warrior and the stories he brings. Let the world hear the call from the workshop flame, Benjamin Winkle, another name. From the north, let the shavings fly, under watchful gods in the winter sky. Thor's hammer roars with the spinning ring, Freya's grace in every curve you bring. By fire and frost, let the wood come alive. Benjamin turns the tales of the Viking tribe. Of the Viking tribe.
Hello and welcome, everybody. Hello and welcome. All right. When I say everybody, to you who's out there watching, thank you for being here, dude. Or miss. I don't know. So, let me tell you a little bit about last year, the woodturning community lost a really great turner called Agar. He died to cancer. It was quite sudden, and he passed really quickly, luckily. So he didn't suffer for a long time. Anyway, one of his signature pieces was a Viking Sunset Bowl. That's what he called it. He came up with the idea on a cruise, a woodturning cruise. I think it was from Denmark to Norway, or along the Norwegian coast. Norwegian cruise ship, anyway. It was a cruise for woodturners, and they were woodturning all over the place. Everybody was turning and having fun. But he thought he might do something special. So he took a piece of, I think it was sycamore back at the time, make a bowl, decorate it on the outside, and did something amazing on the inside. I'm not sure I got all the skills, but I will give it my best. So let's go and try that. Hey dude, welcome in. So, I think, yeah. Okay. So let's see if we do this. Right. So it's going to be a big ball, like a small rim. And it's going to be dished out with the centerpiece thing on it. I think this is a little bit too small to what I would have wanted, but that's all I have if I want to use maple, because that's the closest thing I have to sycamore. So now, first of all, I need to find the center, and the better job we do with this, the easier it's going to be at the end. That's not long enough. I need something that's long. And then I'm going to mount it the way I normally mount stuff, on the lathe with a worm screw. Worm screws are a good way to hold timber. It gives a good hold. Depending on your worm screw though, that one will do a good job. So I have a drill bit that fits that. And let's go. That. I don't drill too deep and don't drill too shallow. Just long enough so the whole of the thing can go into the piece. So we take the worm screw, and you can see this particular thing has a ring here, the recess actually, and has some grooves here around it. Those grooves fit into the slats on the chuck. There's a slat, each slat has a slat per set of screws around here. So that's going to be fit like that. Just before you tighten it, now I can feel it's tight, just loosen it a little bit. See if you can wiggle it from side to side. You can't. That means you got the groove right. Another thing you need to do, that's really important, make sure it's pulled out. Because if it's not pulled out, you see there's a little bit of wiggle room here. We'll get that under so you can see. So it can move a little bit. So if it's there and I clamp down and I put the piece on, the piece will pull it out, and as I work with it, it will start working a bit loose and start wiggling. So always pull out before you tighten it. Now this doesn't have to be extremely tight because this is metal on metal, and it is locked in really well. Why you say that, Fabio? I got nothing against the English people. So you're going to screw that on there, like that. Let me know that's good. Well, that's their thing. I'm in Denmark and I'm Danish, so I don't really care. I think someone tried to be a troll and it failed because it thought I'm not English. Anyways. So that's there. Now, if I do this, you can see where my center is, and you can see my tool rest is just below the center. Which is a good place to start. It probably is a little bit too low. Well, that's where it's going to be. All right. Now, before you start the lathe, make sure everything spins freely and it doesn't hit anything. Now, I'm going to add the tailstock support. Just a little bit. So you do need a lot. Oops, a lot of debris in there. I'm just So I cannot move the handle as I want to. Get that out of the way a little bit. Or would that be better? That would probably be better. Anyway. So I'm going to go with my 1/2 inch ball gouge. And start by flattening the bottom. Always make sure that your lathe is turned on the low setting before you start any piece. And I'm putting on my PPE. Because safety is important. Get that started. Now, if anything goes wrong, my face is reasonably secure. And why do I have to smell the CA glue in my helmet? Oh, well. Oh, something's wrong. What is it? It's a battery. Let me just get that off. And get that back on my... Oops. A lot of things go wrong when you're trying to do it the easy way. It's never worth doing it. Try doing it the easy way, because it's always mess up something. Okay. So let's get the speed up a little bit. And let's start by flattening the bottom here. Just doing a few pull cuts. Hold on a sec. Okay. Just need to do one thing quickly. I'm sorry about this, peeps. Oops. All right, just a little bit of extra. Try to be parent at the same time. Well, the way I do this, right. So now this is from the top view, and you can see here I put the heel of the tool on the piece, and I start twisting it. Now it start cutting there, but I want to be able to cut with this part here, not that part there. So I'm going to go like this. Now start cutting, and then I just pull it, make sure my contact with the tool rest is firm as it can be. As soon as you got an ankle on this, you can go in both directions without moving anything. Just make sure you maintain the same pressure on the piece. So there you go. Hello, Michael. Nah, that's just some dude. Just, leave it. Okay, so now we got the bottom flat-ish. Now we want to start to round out the corners. Now I can go straight in with the gouge here, but it's going to get a lot of beating. I don't want to do that, so I'm going to start from the back side here. And it's the same. I don't think you saw that, but I don't just go in. I always offer the heel up first and just twist a little bit. I just do it really, really quickly because I've done it so many times. Now, as you can see, by doing it like this, you get minimal stress on the tool. And here's another trick. If you go like this, right? If you go out, the tool's starting to bounce like this. And here it bounces and it's really bad. Try turning the flute upwards a little bit. So you can see that it bounces, bounces, bounces. Turn the tool upwards a little bit. And there you go. Now you got nice control again. Okay. And as you can see, this is where I bounced. There, that's where the bounce isn't bouncing by. You had bad contact, bad control. This is where it was good. Now here is the part where I overextended the tool and it got unstable. So that was way too far for the tool. This is the limit, but it's a really big limit. So it's like a thumb length of my thumb. Normally, I wouldn't recommend going out that far, but so let's go like this. Starting to get the shape of the ball. Now you don't have to take as a big as a cut as I do. My lathe is really powerful and I've been turning for a long time, so I'm confident in taking this big of a cut and even bigger. I've done that many times, but for most lathes I would just recommend taking smaller cuts, something like this, taking your time and just take small controlled cuts like this when you're roughing stuff out. It doesn't matter if it takes a little bit longer. we are having fun because this is a hobby. Okay. So, guys, I'm making a video as well. So my communication towards you guys is not going to be as much as possible. I will read all your comments and I will take my time here and there to comment back to you guys. But to make it nice for the editor and get the best quality video out there, because I think this will be a nice product. The lathe is spinning around 1,000 RPMs. Okay, so let's go. So I would recommend going as fast as you can when you're doing stuff like this, but not so fast that the lathe is unstable. So I just need a drink. Okay. So we got a really nice cut here. Now I'm gonna have to start working on the shape. Now this is round and I trust the setup I did. Let me just get the tail stuck away. Pepsi sponsor, yeah, I wish. So I'm just gonna mark my tenon, because I'm gonna make a tenon on this. Try and get the speed up a little bit more. I don't know, maybe I should just try to get this all balanced out. By overextending my tool quite a bit. Oh, we're close, we're close. Okay. So I'm just going to do the same here. Removing some material. Then just try to make my tenon.
Now, making a tenon, you need to make sure that the corner down here is really sharp and precise. I just want to make it a little bit deeper. Okay, now the big trick on a project like this is the shape that I am going to try to make here. Now the first part's going to be a little bit of flat bottom. So that part here is going to be a little bit flat. At the end, I'm going to flip it and take this away and decorate that part as well. But it's going to sit on this rim out here. So I'm just trying to get good cut. Like that. That's a good cut. Now we can remove some more material. Now we're going to go small recess there and into an OG shape. Okay. Now an OG shape goes out a little bit, and then it goes in, and then flares out. So it's like an S. Okay, I'm not the best at making those. I'm just going to refine that. Maybe I can get the speed up a little bit more. So we're going to leave that there. Get a new tool. Now you can see the OG shape here is starting to appear. I'm taking care to get as good as a cut as I can. I think I can take this away. Okay. So let me just refine that. Really nice cut. Take my time. Something like that. Right, that's a nice shape. Okay. So I'm going to go like this. Like this. Stop there. All right. So let's see. I think I should make it a little bit deeper. Yeah. So this shape here needs to go in a little bit deeper, I think. Either that or and flare that out a little bit more. And then maybe if I go more like that. Something like that. I think that's going to... by the way, look at those shavings. I mean, they're cool. They're cool. And because the shavings look like that, the surface looks like this. I just need to do a little bit more there. Okay, so that helped quite a bit. Now we just need to sand this and start the decorating process. I think I'm going to start with 180 grit. Maybe I need to go down to 120 for that start part there, because that doesn't look right. Nikolai, this is it's I'm trying to recreate the Viking Sunset Bowl from Agar. Well, when I say recreate, I don't really mean it like that. I'm gonna use some of the ideas and take heavy inspiration from it. But I'm not gonna. It's not going to be a copy. It's going to be my take on it. So heavily influenced by what I've seen others do, and just go from there. Yeah, put my own spin on it, if you will. Now, I'm not really happy with that little detail there. I need to make that a little bit more dominant. Something like that. I think that's better. So let's see. This is a really nice piece of timber. It's really easy to cut and turn. See the monster. Okay, so I'm going up to 120 and maybe 380. Must be 20 as well. But that's all, man. Now, of course, there's going to be a lot of texturing involved in this as well. I'm just going to try my best to get it nice and even. I mean, maybe I don't need to do all the sanding because I'm gonna hammer it with a texturing tool anyway. But yeah, there we go. Nice surface. Okay, so yeah. Let's get the texturing tool in. No, it's maple. Maple. So let's see. Oh yeah. So let's see. Well, that's good. That's really good. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, that's perfect. That is perfect. Now, if it just had some punches, then I could make some circles. But what I do have is I have some tubes. Now, I wish I had the pro mount. So I can just mount it and work with it in a better orientation. But I don't. Maybe I should take something else to do that with, because that hammer is getting destroyed much faster than I think. Than I'm comfortable. I like that hammer. I really like this one, so I'm gonna put it aside and not destroy it with this. It was sent to me by my my good friend Calvin, who has Stats Workshop YouTube channel. Maybe I should sharpen this a little bit. Not a lot, just a little. Oh yeah, that helped. Oh yeah, it's a long process. Now, I just watched someone else do this, and that video was 2 hours and 15 minutes. And I think they did some editing on that. And I'm going to try to complete all of it without editing in under 3 hours, because my you know, if my stream goes longer than that, I'm not going to be feeling well. Okay. That's one. Problem is, I've been hitting my fingers quite a few times when my hand is out of line. So, so starting to feel that as well. Oh yeah, well, it's just, you know, it's part of it. I'm guessing you need to suffer a little bit for the art. Well, it's not art, though. It's just fun. There you go. Now to mark all the centers. It's going to take a little while, this. But hopefully it's going to be a nice piece when it's done. Oops. No, I'm not going to drill them. It's purely decoration. So, almost done with this. The good thing is, you don't need a lot of special tools to do this. This is just a punch, a center punch, and well, you do need a texturing tool though. Nah, that's not going to do it. I think I'm just going to leave that. Yeah, I think that's going to be it for that part. Let's try to
add some. Now, normally you would put black into all the details. And then you would put chrome on top of it. I don't have chrome. And but I do have silver. But I don't have silver that will lay on top. So I'm gonna make it black with silver contrast. So let's go with that. And I've been trying out my my airbrush, and I think I got it to somewhat work properly. So let's just see. So that's what I'm going to go with. Now that's just a big mess. So I'm not going to do that anymore, because that's just too messy. That work. Let's get some of the excess off. Now I added a little bit of spirit to my water-based paints to make them dry a little bit faster. I forgot to do that onto that bottle. So it's going to be a normal drying process. Okay, this goes rather quickly like this. Now, if you do it like this, you need to be really careful not to burn too much on the wood itself, and don't heat it up too much, because wood will move by itself when it gets hot and cold. We don't want to disturb it
too much. So this is probably not the best idea, but it will work a little bit. Okay, so yeah, but that's not what I'm going to do. Michael. So let's just see. I think it should be about dry enough. Now I'm gonna go with silver in all of this, and hopefully it's gonna show well enough. And if it leaves a little bit of a shine on the rest, I don't really mind. So let's see, just going it. This is just a normal painter's brush, that one of the really cheap ones you buy in bulk. And I cut off the hair so it's a lot shorter, and that way I can work this wax. This is not a gilding wax. This is the opposite of it. It's one of Hampshire Sheen's embellishing waxes. So it's supposed to just lay in the down spots and the grain of the wood, or the texturing in this case. Just stay there. So it gives a contrast. So let me just see if I can do this. That's one direction. Remember, if you're going reverse with just the worm screw on, be really careful, because any amount of pressure could loosen the workpiece off it, and then you will damage all the work we have done here. And we don't really want that, do we? So, there you go. I think that's going to be good. Now let's just take a piece of cloth. Now, I've said this many times before, and I will say it again, and I will keep telling you every time I use a piece of cloth on the lathe. It is not the best idea, and please do not do this unless you take proper precautions. And if I can just find my old shirt, there it is. And I can cut a piece off. There you go. Right, if you're going to use cloth on the lathe, make sure you ball it up into a small bowl and just hold it with your fingertips. Something like this will do it well. If you hold it or wrap it around your finger like this, the chances are it get cut and pulled your finger, and then you get hurt. But if you ball it up like this, I think you should be able to do it. Just put a little bit of pressure on it. sure you go into all the corners that are not supposed to have this decoration on it. You can see I'm just holding this with my fingers, trying to avoid getting it wrapped around in any way. If it were to snag, I suppose, hopefully, going to be safe and just going to fall off my hands. Okay, let's see how that looks. I mean, it's not too bad really. That is good. That's a nice decorated piece. There you go. That's a nice upside. Yeah. I think that looks good. I think that is good. So just get me that little paste away. And it's just going to be there. Okay. Now this is supposed to get some lacquer on it. Just to hold it. Before that, you're going to need to have some sanding sealer. Yeah, that just needs to dry a little bit. Now this piece down here, I'm going to have to work on again. So I don't care too much about that piece from here and in. So this is going to be reworked, but the rest I need to be good. So it's not dry yet, so just need to dry a little bit more. I'm just going to use my compressor straight onto it, low airflow. That way it's supposed to dry a lot quicker. You can use a hot air gun, but you need to be careful with that. Too much heat on the acrylic sanding sealer or cellulose sanding sealer, whatever sanding sealer you use, will break it. Okay. So that's what's supposed to be. It's dry now. A quick denibbing. It's just some 444 steel wool. Really, really quickly and softly over the surface.
like that. To remove any high spots in the sanding sealer. Now, I'm going to use clear lacquer on this. I want to. If I have it. See, that's matte. That's gloss. So that's just clear gloss lacquer. See. Yeah, that looks about right. That just need to dry a little bit, not really low. Again, just using the compressor really lightly to get it to dry a lot faster. Oh yeah, so who of you are from the US is in the south that's getting snow for the first time in a long? I've seen Vince and Soldier. You're both in the south, aren't you? And you're not used to getting snow. So it's going to be it's going to be difficult, isn't it? Just going to give it another coat. It's going to be a little bit more heavy. A little bit more heavy, a little heavier. Okay. No, this is not really the most exciting part to see paint dry. But it's just part of the process. It's not there yet. I wish we get like big snow like that here. That'd be great. And I couldn't go out, just had to stay home. $10 is not a lot, really. But I know what you mean, because in Denmark, oh, there's snow coming. It's going to be like 10 inches or something. And people just like run scared and, just, yeah. I don't take it that seriously because, unless we're going to have like over a meter and a lot of winds and it's going to be gusty, I don't really care about it too much. Our house are built for it anyway, so it's not going to be an issue with that. But yeah, everybody freaks out and start panicking, which is strange and weird and fun. I think we had like 3 millimeters this morning, and it takes 25 millimeters to make an inch. So there you go. Nothing really. Okay, so that's nice. That's good. That's the bottom side done. Let's get into the main event. Oh yeah, that looks nice. Now I could probably have made 2 bowls out of this piece, but I didn't want to cut it on the bandsaw. That's a lot better. Okay. Sorry about that. I just need to make my old man noises while I do heavy work. Okay, so let's get this set up. Get the helmet back on. And look at that. Got all the angles. Is that something you want to watch on?
Okay. So let's start by flattening this piece, the top side off. There's going to be a lot of material I have to move. So I'm just going to do the same as I did with the bottom, but this time I'm going to go in a little bit heavier. I'm just now, the video that I watched about the guy doing this, unfortunately I paid way more attention at the bottom than I did on the top. But think it's going to be alright like this. And it doesn't really take that long to remove that material. Now let's start hollowing it out. I still have quite a bit up here, because I'm not really sure yet on how I want to do the side of it. Okay, so I'm going to have to make a decision about the rim. Because the rim is another one of those. Oh yeah, now I have a good idea. I'm not sure this is what it's supposed to look like, but you know, this is my project and I know what I want to do with it. So because I ended with a bead, I'm going to start with the bead. Like that. Okay. Oh, hi Bettina. Yeah, I'm reading it when you wrote it. I'm just and hello Jimmy. I'm trying to make a video as well, and the less I talk to the audience, the easier it's going to be for my editor, the better the video is going to be. So that's why. But yeah, I'm here and I see you, and so don't you worry. So let's see where we are with the how deep of a thing. So that's about 4.5 deep. That's a maximum I can go to that rim, and I'm at 2 now. So I can go at least another 1.5 centimeters or in that range. And also there are decorating decorative piece at the bottom that I need to make sure that I have room for. So I think if I'm going to go like that, and I don't want to go past that circle there. And yes, that just skipped on me. It doesn't matter. Okay, so I'm going to start decorating this. So a small OG shape there as well. I'm just going to go in and refine that little bit there. I'm just going to go a small little curve. So something like that. Yeah, it's just the small details that's going to matter in the end. The spiral in the center. Yeah. Let me just get that away. There you go. Now we got some texture, some things out here that we can that I can texture on and color just at the bottom. Just going to sand this. Just going to be like 120. Now I deliberately left more material here than I need. Because when I'm coloring this, I'm going to get spray over in here, and I can remove that just with the gouge, which is going to be the best result I can get. So we should maybe add some music. Problem is, I don't have enough music made that I think it's worth listening to. Okay, that's enough sanding. Let's get to decorating. We're going to do the same thing again with the texturing tool that I just absolutely love. Well, that's a good one. So let's see what we've done. Oh yeah. No, that's good. That is good. Good morning, Wes. Nah. Decided not to. So let's go. Maybe I should just add some alcohol anyway. Okay, so let me just get some. Just get something, at least a little something on the lathe. Okay. Well, that's just need to dry. You never had to turn? Well, I can promise you one thing. If this turns out anything close to what I think it's going to turn out as, one day, my dude, you will be holding this piece in your own hands. So let's see. If this is going to go the way I think it's going to go, this is going to be a worthy gift to my good friend Wes, because Wes and I made we made a deal a little while back that he's going to make me a knife. Hopefully, he's going to make me a knife with a wooden sheath. And I'm going to swap him a ball for a knife. And I'm just trying to make a ball that I'm going to be happy with, sending it all the way across the ocean. And if this turns out anywhere close to what I think it got potential to do, this is the ball. But again, I don't know. I don't know.
Okay, so let's get back to this. Sorry, less talking to you guys, but more working for me, and just general information about everything that's happening. Right, the same thing as we did on the back side, we're going to do on the front. So that's the silver. Again, the silver waxes. So it's not going to be stenchy this, even though it's obsolete. You cannot get it anymore. I'm still going to use exactly what I think I'm going to need to make this work properly. Okay. Now, the reason why I use a cloth for this is it's more because using a paper towel will make it not the paper towel will disintegrate and just leave bits of paper in it. So we don't want to do that. Okay. Just gonna polish the rim a little bit, get rid of rim job, as they say. And add a little bit of sanding sealer. Just to hold in the lacquer, not the lacquer, the wax, because I need to hollow this out again, make it nice. So let's see, just get that turned on, and my patinette drying process. Stand back a little bit, blow air on it. I watched you turn ball and think this would be a treasured artifact someday. Well, either that or you can burn it. What happened? Where did that come from? Got a lot of dust and grime into my piece. Oh, so yeah, I got that out. Yeah. And I hope that the sanding sealer are in the grooves that where I need it to be. So now I can continue with my to hollow this out. There must have been a little bit of dust here that blow onto the piece, which is
when I start the compressor, so yeah. That was bad. That was really bad. It happened because the banjo that held the tool rest wasn't secure enough, and when I put enough pressure on it, It finally moved. Yeah, well, I wasn't expecting that, and it annoyed me, so I'm just going to fix it. Okay. So we still have some of my mistake visible. That's gone now. And that's almost. Almost fixed. So let's see. Think that would be good. Yeah. But first I need to start the paint job. It's not really that deep. It could be a lot deeper though. But I don't really think that's going to use. There you go.
Okay, sanding.
Okay. Good luck with that, dude. Now you have the option of just leaving her. Yeah, well. Let's see. Still got a little bit of that stuff in there. I hate sanding. I think sanding is the worst part of everything. But you know, that's why we try to get a lot better with our tools, so we don't have to sand that much. And now in this part here, I'm going to show you why it's called the sunset. Because we're going to make a sunset inside the bowl. Okay. And then just a little bit 320. It should be job done. Maybe I should do the centerpiece first, because the chances are that the dark color is going to go into the timber on the outside. I've seen other people do it only with the with an insert, and I think that's cheating. Now let's roll a nice bead out here. And it's not pointy enough. Now, if that's not a centerpiece, I have no idea what is, or a centerpiece is supposed to look like. Let's get this nice and crisp, like that. Okay. So it's just a bit of 180 grit that I'm trying to do detailing with. So it's not a lot of room to make mistakes and try to correct them. I think that's good. That's alright. That's not bad. That's really good actually. I'm happy with that. So and actually so I'm supposed to do texturing on this as well. Let's see what that did. Ooh, that was not exactly what I wanted, but it's actually not bad. So I'm just going to go with that. We'll see. You know, when the wood turning gods give you something, you just have to do something with it. Yeah. Okay. Now, time to fuck everything up, and chances are this will never be a piece. But well, I just. But I'm gonna try my best. I'm gonna try my best anyway. Okay. Now, to apply the colours for the centerpiece, because that's going to be the same colour scheme as the outside. But then, I'm going to have to try and make a sunset on the rest of the bowl. Good morning, Cindy. See, there you go. That was a chance that me spilling paint on it.
My problem now is I need to make a kind of a sharp line. That's the best I'm willing to attempt. Oh yeah, if you guys think this is cool, go check out Artisan Woodturning by Cindy. I mean, she is on another level. The carving and the coloring and the things she does. Yeah, I asked her if she would please take the time out of her day and have a session with me so I can learn from her, because I think she's really, really good. It's really, really well done. So yeah, and she streams like 2 times a week, doesn't you, Cindy? So yeah, could you someone post a channel and go follow her and go watch her streams? They are amazing. I mean, there's not a lot of people there. That's really a shame, because it's really, really great to watch. Yeah, you're here with me now, but on Cindy's stream, dude. On Cindy's stream. Yeah. Okay, so back to my work. Now the talk's going to be less, because that's just part of how this is. Just going to need to clean out the airbrush a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to start with some burnt orange. I hope that's going to work well. Sorry. I should have started with the red. And that's a mistake. You see the sunset? Yeah, I cannot take credit for that idea, though. I cannot. We've got some fun. But I think that centerpiece is gonna need gold instead of silver. Just wait till we put the lacquer on it, and then the color is gonna come alive. Right now, it's just, you know, meh. Oops. There you go. Get Cindy all the love she can. She's amazing. I mean, I've seen her on stream, right? I've seen her on stream, right? She sits there with nobody watching, just her, and she just keeps on talking and presenting, and she's gonna hit it, and she's really good, so you missed the entire process. Yeah, my dude. There you go. Well, let's make a knife just as beautiful, and you're good, dude. Should I put a bead of leather here? Just really subtle brown leather. I think that will do. Like that, like that. Okay. Now I can get my chair. I always like it when I'm able to use my chair on the street. If you don't know, this chair was in my childhood home. I sat on this when I was just a toddler. And it was great. So let's see. Let me get something on the lathe bed. There you go. Oh, maybe I should give it a lacquer before I put the leather in. Yeah, I think that would be the best idea. Okay. Bit of sanding sealer. Oops, sorry. Should have gone a little bit darker on the red, shouldn't I? Maybe. Oh well. Yeah, probably you're right. Problem is, just takes a long time to dry, and you can see the sensor there. There's quite a bit on because the white spots that needs to dry first, get clear before we put the lacquer on it. Yeah, don't worry, mate, Michael. I got fixed for that. It's just my hands are a little bit dusty. See, that comes straight off. That as well. Just need to get proper dry. Maybe I just do the bottom and then come back to do the rest. No, I can't really. I have to do it the right way. You think that's worthy of a workshop update? Do you know what's worthy of a workshop update? Let me give you one straight away. Workshop update. So yesterday I was working with my CNC. It's great. I've been working with that for a long time now, and it's served me really well. But then it started skipping on the X-axle. So it started cutting like a round circle, and suddenly it didn't move to the side and didn't just forth and back and didn't to one side. I was like, what the fuck's going on? I found a limit switch that was broke, so I replaced that. I found some bearing that was bad, so I replaced those. But it still didn't help. So I figured out that I need to replace my stepper motors. And some advice that I need to upgrade stepper motors as well. Then I need to upgrade my power supply as well. And so that's 3 stepper motors, 3 power supplies, and 3 control units. So that's about $500 US. That's going to get here in a week or two. So there you go. On that, back to work. Have a good day. There you go, Michael. That's a worship update for you. Well, I always do them in one cut. So, yeah. It's almost getting to the place. I think I'm going to find my heat gun. I have a heat gun somewhere. And that can help quite a bit. Oh, you do? Well, you just let the AI put the subtitles in, dude. Don't worry about that. Yeah, I heard about Strong Ink. I think that's true. Ja. Du skal have sandaler på. Okay? Ja. Sorry. My kid just popped in. So now I made a mistake. I need to fix that. Oh, well, I messed up. I might need to redo it. See, what about if I do this? No? Okay, I fixed it. Good. Oh. There you go. All fixed. Airbrush are really easy, Cindy. I would highly recommend trying it because it's way easier than you think. It's just point spray, really. That's airbrush. There you go. Yep. So that's ready for the next layer. So let's just see, maybe there's a little something. There were a little something on the in the sanding sealer. I just couldn't just help myself to just get rid of it. And isopropyl alcohol can really help a little bit with some of that stuff. And it dries really quickly. And leaves no residue. Well, it's supposed to not leave any residue. So there you go. So clear lacquer. This is acrylic lacquer. Please, Cindy, do not use that fractal burning kit. If that's electricity one, when you put it in salt water, and you put one lead on another lead on, don't use it, please. I'm an electrician, and someone talking about it makes my hair stand up on my arm. It is dangerous as fuck. So many people getting killed from that stuff every year. So please don't do it. Please. Okay. Sorry. Alright, the lacquer. The lathe is down really slow. If I can get a little more speed on that would be good. Thank you, Bettina. Now when the lacquer comes in, the colour comes alive. And it's all done with basic tooling, except the texturing tool, of course. That, you know, that's different. So basic tooling and a brass tube from a pen kit. Yeah. Get a set with the siphon cups for that will help you quite a bit. Is it dry yet? It is dry. Let's get the lacquer to dry. It is dry. It's dry to the touch. So that's good enough. Now I need to flip it. The problem is, before I flip it, I need to put that leather band in it, like I talked about. Well, that dries a little bit more. I will get my leather. Just put it like that. Okay. So that's okay. Should I use... I have this brown one that's rounded. But I also have... And that's not real leather though, the next ones. I have this black one that's flat. What do you guys think? I think I should go with a round one, to be honest. Yeah, the brown and round. This looks just bad, this. Okay. Hold on. Let me just get the glue tip. These are an absolute lifesaver. If you want to do a little bit more precise with the gluing. No, 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 no. Oh, no, I shouldn't have. I got CA glue on the lacquer. Now this is a little bit tricky. You need a steady hand, and my hands are not always the most steady for some reason. Which is also why I don't do watch repairs. But yeah, that little glue tip here is actually really, really good. And I highly recommend them for anything that needs a light or precise touch of CA glue. And they're extremely cheap. You should get them on any craft stores, I think. Should have them. Now I'm putting a little bit of activator on here and there, just to make sure that my progress doesn't unravel. That's on. That's good. Well, this should be dry enough for me to polish it a little bit. So that's the last. That's a bit of activator, just to make sure that it is that it doesn't start to spray. When I start to do a little bit of polish. To get that lac to shine. And this is just a superfine cutting compound called Yorkshire Grit Microfine. Any of the cutting compounds will do. So there are a lot of different brands out there you can use, so you don't have to just go look for microfine. Make sure it's super fine though, because there are different grits to get. This is supposed to start from 1,000 grits, and when you're done, you should be around 2,000 grits on that range. Oops. Sorry. Yeah, that helped quite a bit. Okay, that's good enough. That is good enough. So I'm just trying to get a little bit of because that where the CE glue smeared, I can see it. I don't want to see it. But yeah, I think that did it. Yeah, that's gone now. I have to know it was there before you can see that. Okay. So let's try and flip that around and get the underside turned. But the problem is, those knobs are not tall enough to reach. I don't think it is. So they need to be at least 1.5, and they're just over 1. But they are a trick. Right. There's a trick. One way. No. No. Oh boy, I may not be able to finish this because I'm missing the exact screws. That I want to. Where is it? It's not the milliputs. No. No. Oh, this is so unprofessional. You can stack these knobs on top of each other. That's what I wanted to do. But you need the longer screws for it. And they came with the set. And I thought I had them and I knew where they were. But I didn't look. Maybe last guess. If they're not there, then that's it. No. Found them. I did find them. There. 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 And the last one, please. There. Okay. As you can see, they are a little bit longer, which is good. Because then I can stack them like that. Okay. They're not long enough, are they? Oh no, I thought they were. Ah, crabbo. Then means I cannot finish it, which is an absolute bollocks. You guys just have to imagine the bottom being all done. Well, I could. I just need to find some nuts. This is my box of nuts. There you go. That should raise them up enough So I just need to have enough of these, which I know I have a lot of. Well, I just need 4 to be honest, because that's the only ones I can raise. It's just going to be only maybe enough to do it. Okay. Get rid of those gloves. So let's see, how big is it? I think it's about 23 centimeters. So 23 centimeters. So it needs to go out a little bit. Just to go to there. Well, the bottom is supposed to be almost just as amazing, hopefully. And I still need to put my mark in it. So yeah, I think that will do. There. There and there. Okay. So let's protect that lacquer. Ah, come on, I didn't bring the... Ba-ba-bum. What do you think of the bottom side there, Cindy? And I didn't have your little cupping tool or whatever you use. It was done with a brass pen tube from a pen. And a punch. Of course, texturing tool. But yeah. Okay, that's solid. That's good. That, you know, we're hoping for the best here. Hope it's not gonna fall off. We're gonna be a happy camper if it all goes well. Make sure the speed is down when you do this, because should not exceed 1200 RPM this.
And I have only half the holders, so I would be happy if I can stay around 500 max. So I'm just working really slow here and trying to put pressure inwards on the piece, because pressure into the piece reduces overall vibrations, and we're moving really slow, so I'm only taking a small amount of material. Now be careful not to get a catch here. A catch will occur when you start to cut with a piece of the tool that is not supported by the tool rest. So here, for instance, if I would keep going in, hold on, let me show you. Right, cutting like this, going in. Now I'm cutting with this part here, the front, and this is the start part of the gouge. That's nice and safe. But if I start to cutting with this part over here, that's not supported by the tool rest, so any downward motion on that will turn the tool. That will present more of the cutting edge towards the piece, and it will turn even more, and that's a catch. But you don't get a chance to react. It just happens, just go boom, and if that happens, this entire piece is probably yeah, it's just firewood, isn't it? So always be mindful of what part of your tool you're cutting with, and I want to do service on my tool rest, because if you start to doing something you shouldn't do, you're going to get in trouble, and all that work. So I've been working on this for 3 hours now, over 3 hours. All that work will just be gone. So yeah, be mindful. Some nice and easy cuts. Good control. And just thin cuts. Take your time. Because you rust this, you'll for sure lose this piece. That is for sure going to happen. Hvad så? Aftensmad? Ja, så skal I bare lige tage noget op i fryseren. Tag lige noget hakkød op eller et eller andet. Okay? Hvad? Hvad siger du? I skal tage noget op i fryseren. Noget hakkekød for eksempel. Sorry for that. Well, not sorry, that's my son. He's more important than you guys. But yeah, he's just wondering if his friend can stay over for dinner. And yeah, sure, no problem at all. Okay. Of course. So, let me get that branding iron hot. Right. My TV is about to turn off, it says, because it's been idle for too long. It doesn't register the chat. So this is my really expensive way of, not expensive, really high-tech way of heating up my branding iron. If you don't know, it's like that. It works. That's all that matters. So let's get my tool rest into position. I like to use my tool rest as a guide. And there it is. I'm just put that away in on surface that where nothing can burn. That's good. That's nice. That's really nice. Okay. Hello, Johnny. So let's see, where is it? The problem is, am I going to go with the black? Because then that logo is going to be difficult to see. Okay. That is water-based coloring. So it's either or.
So yeah, man. And for some reason, I'm not tired. Normally, my back is burning up at this time, even after 2 hours sometimes. But yeah, normally I would be in pain and aching to get off. But yeah, it's good. It's actually a good day. I did take a little bit extra medication this morning though, so it could be that. But yeah, I knew I wanted to do this, and I knew it was going to take a little bit longer. So I was expecting it to run long. Look at that. Steal anything you want, mate. If you think it's an original idea, please mention my name. But other than that, you know, other than that, have at it. No. Dude, nothing I did today was original, so you don't have to do anything like that. So just go on. And enjoy your day, right? Now, everything out here is silver, but that little thing there is gold. Now this, I think I'm happy with. I'm going to keep it for about a month. Then I'm going to ship it across the sea to Mr. West does it, because I made a deal with him, and I think this is worth it. Oh yeah. While this is drying, Cindy, I'm going to give you permission to post in the announcement chat in my Discord. So, whenever, let me just turn myself down, I'm really loud in my own ears. Whenever you go live, 15 minutes, 10 minutes before you go in there, just tell everybody I'm going live in that amount of time on my YouTube, and then do at everybody. If you do that, everybody will get a notification, and that's how it's done. That would be the best way to do it. But nobody can write in there except me at the moment. But I will give the content creator that streams access to that as well. But just for your stream, man.
Stand up, man, miss. I need a bit more lacquer. Yeah, of course. I mean, I'm trying to build a community here. And the community only works if everybody helps each other out. It's not about me promoting myself. Well, yes, I would love to make a living from all this, but you know, it's never going to happen. It's just a matter of creating community for everybody. So there, of course. No worries. No, Michael, it's never happened. But yeah. As long as I'm having fun, I'm going to keep going. The day I'm stop having fun, I'm going to stop everything. I think that's fair enough. That's not completely dry yet. Cindy, I can you need a add-on a plugin for OBS to make that. I have disabled that myself now. I'm doing the dual stream now for from YouTube, and it's horrible and it works really, really awful. As you can see, there are just 2 people here now. 9 people. Yeah, you have OBS, yeah, but you need a plugin for that. It's called Vertical. So just Google Vertical OBS, and there's a plugin you need to download and install. Nah, mate, I don't care. I'm having fun, and this makes better videos, and I think that's way more interesting. Okay, so I just need to polish that up a little bit. I think I had talked about there. That's not perfect. To cure that lacquer. Okay. So let me just
polish this a little bit, and then it's going to be ready. So we're almost done here. Michael, don't you have how much data you got on your phone? Because you could just use that one. Well, there you have it. And I nicked the lacquer. Oh boy. Oh, that just need to dry. Oh yeah, you missed everything there, Johnny. This is it's a tribute to Mr. Nick Agar, who sadly died last year. It's one of his projects that I copied. Not copied, I put my own spin on it, of course, like you're supposed to. But it's called the Sunset Bowl. And let me just show you why. Because this is done now. As close as it can be. Before I reveal it, just need to wipe it off. So there. Where is that little... Okay. That's the back side. My logo. Silver inlay and black. You can see a lot of texturing going on there. So that's why it took so long. But got a nice OG shape on it. But there you go. That's why it's called the Sunset Bowl. I hope you enjoyed that. I did. And basically, that's all that matters. There you go. A tribute to Mr. Agar that unfortunately we lost last year. Thank you for all you did for the woodturning community. Thank you for making this a thing. And I never met you. Kind of wish I had. But this is my take on the Viking Sunset Bowl. Thank you for watching. You all have a good day. Be good to the world. The world will be good to you. See you next time.
Northern winds blow, stands a craftsman where the tall timbers grow, with a chisel like a warrior's spear. Every cut brings the old world near. Hear the Agar in the turning tree, Odin whispering, let creation be. From the north, let the shavings fly, under watchful gods in the winter sky. Thor's hammer roars with the spinning ring, Freya's grace in every curve you bring. By fire and frost let the wood come alive, Benjamin turns the tales of the Viking tribes. Of the Viking tribes. Ash and oak hold the songs of the bold, echoes of the battles that the skalds once told. Tools sing soft in a rhythmic glide, as the grain shows the secrets it tries to hide. Loki's laughter in the chips that fall, but your craft stays true through it all. From the north, let the shavings fly, under watchful gods in the winter sky. Thor's hammer roars with the spinning ring, Freya's grace in every curve you bring. By fire and frost let the wood come alive, Benjamin turns the tales of the Viking tribes. Raise your meat to the maker's hand, to the craft and the clan of the northern land. Every bowl is a saga born, carved from dusk and shade till morn. Let the echoes ring of the wood-turning warrior and the stories he brings. Let the world hear the call from the workshop flame, Benjamin Winkle, another name. From the north, let the shavings fly under watchful gods in the winter sky. Thor's hammer roars with the spinning ring, Freya's grace in every curve you bring. By fire and frost let the wood come alive, Benjamin turns the tales of the Viking tribe, of the Viking tribe.